This is really rank. Yeah, there's ham in the fridge. So I wrapped a bit of ham and guess what I put in the middle of it?
Cheese.
No, garlic sauce. Is that disgusting? I don't know if that's...
Yeah, pretty gross.
She had obviously then paid herself to get laid.
Paid herself to get laid, what a life.
Paid herself to get the flooring laid. Hi guys, welcome back to another video of mine, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. On my channel we occasionally get together and talk about our experience buying a first home, buying a new build property, which is what we are currently living in, and we wanted to basically share with you in today's video what a snagging list is. And
what?
That is what it's called, isn't it? Snag.
Slag.
That sounds weird when I say it, that is the correct word, right? We wanted to basically share with you a snagging list. So when you buy a house, and if it's a new build, then you should be given the option to provide a snagging list, which is basically find any cracks in the walls, if the toilet's not flushing, there's a leak under the sink. Anything that basically isn't as it should be is what you need to be writing down on your snagging list. Now, this might vary from company to company, so if you're with like Taylor Wimpey, then they might have different conditions. But we were told when we first moved in, within 2 years you are covered, and we will come back at the end of the 2 year period and we'll come back round with somebody to either plaster, to paint, or anything like that. So we basically just wanted to share with you guys the snagging list that we've got so far, because we've still not been in this house 2 years yet. We're already compiling our snagging list, because when I say you have to go around the house with a fine tooth comb, you really do need to go around the house with a fine tooth comb. You will notice things as well as you are just living in the space. So it's really, really good, I think, to just kind of make a note as you're going. I don't know what the first thing on the front of your mind is for our snagging list, but we've had a massive issue with our doors.
Yeah, they've been ridiculous, haven't they? How many times have they come out in total now?
Yeah.
7?
Oh, so many times. We've got some French doors that go on from our living room into the garden, and kind of got to December, January time, which is kind of like awful weather here in England. We're a south-facing garden and we're not too far from the sea, so windy, when the storm comes, let me tell you, a storm comes to our garden hard. And we came back from work one day and there was a little puddle in our living room that had leaked through the French doors basically, and we've had multiple visits. We've had somebody come around and fix it, and then there's been a further leak, and then they've come out and completely replaced the doors, and we've recently had another leak. So
still after all that time,
try to make sure that anything you're reporting, you send it from your email, and then you save that email so you've got the dates, because I think it's really important to kind of document and keep when you're sending those emails, to make sure you've got an email trail of them.
It's like Elise said, just follow conversations up with an email as well. So if you have a conversation on a phone, or if the bloke pops around and he tells you this, that, or whatever, just follow up with an email. Say, hello Ben, regards to this, just to reiterate, you said X. Just because then it's there, they can't just come back and say, no, we didn't say this, we didn't say that.
But they did say to us actually when we moved into here not to paint if we can help it, because any cracks like that, they obviously need to come back and paint, and it's not their job to go around your handiwork of what you've already done. Their job is to come in, fix that issue very quickly, so try not to paint. But they also advise not to paint anyway, because it airs the house out with a new build. They often say like keep the vents and stuff like that open. We've also found some cracks in Sean's office. It goes right up from the floor to the ceiling, and then it goes across another wall.
Quite scary, isn't it, when you see a crack that size? But we did get him in because we were quite worried about it, and he said, look, that's a small crack compared to usually what we, God knows what they find usually. Yeah, our kitchen taps are really loose. Again, it's not like an urgent thing that we need fixing now, but that is something I would like sorting out within the 2 year thing. Window handles, sorry, they were really stiff, weren't they, when we first moved in.
Got a massive crack on the stairway, haven't we?
Yeah, that goes all the way up, doesn't it? That's quite a...
Yeah, it's quite big.
Emphatic one.
Yeah. Got a crack in the ensuite above the shower, which I've noticed. Again, I only noticed that when I was washing my hair, and I just happened to be looking up in that area. Again, you're gonna notice things as you go around the house.
The lights above the kitchen cabinets, they're just a mess, aren't they? They're not attached down.
So that's again something we're going to mention in our list.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to move it.
No, I don't think that's safe.
Could be like recessed into the cabinet or...
Yeah. I will talk about baths and showers. Luckily, we've, touch wood, had no leakages. My mum lived in a new build flat, and she had an absolute nightmare with the bath. The plumbers that the housing development employ have just done a really shit job, basically, to put it bluntly. But the water is then leaking from the pipe, it's leaking under the bath, which no one can see because there's a bath panel and it's hiding. And then all of a sudden my mum had damp in her bathroom floor. It leaked into the hallway, it leaked into the living room, and it destroyed the whole floor, which is not a cheap thing, an easy thing to fix. You have to get everything out to refit it again. If you can take the panel off, maybe just get into there and have a little look, run the taps and just check.
We had a bit of difficulty, didn't we, with that one plug? As soon as you come in to the corridor.
Oh yeah.
And the thing, it just wasn't.
Yeah, we only noticed that at Christmas, didn't we?
Wasn't it? All of a sudden it was doing like this little
that.
fuzzy noise and it wouldn't work. Yeah, but it's things like this, because we could have easily just got an electrician out for that and, you know, he charged us and do it. But we, you know, went through because it's their responsibility really. They only just wired it months before. The electrician came out and sorted it. Yeah, well, we had a bit of a nightmare with the bathrooms in general, didn't we? First off, the bath plug got stuck.
Oh yeah.
The flush stopped working, and also on the extractor fan there was loads of damp coming through because it wasn't set up properly, and it really like darkened all of the ceiling.
Yeah, so like the paintwork,
it,
wasn't it? The paintwork kind of just, it looked like an ombre effect of just like black, grey to like white. And it turned out, I don't think either the extractor fan, was it the extractor fan wasn't hooked up properly in the loft, or was it that it wasn't powerful enough?
Didn't they change it because they thought it wasn't
done correctly?
And then they said, well, it's not actually the right fan, so they come out and did it again.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh, also our garden.
Yeah, we're having loads of trouble with the garden.
We're still having trouble with the garden. We're not happy with the garden. Our garden is full of stones and rubble, and I just don't think whatever the ground base is that you're meant to lay a lawn on, they've actually done that. At the end of the day, the house is advertised with a lawn and not patchy, discoloured,
muddy,
lumpy,
gross,
unlevel, stony.
So it was perfect
grass.
when we moved in. When we moved in September,
Yeah,
it was
really
nice
nice.
green. As soon as the rain started, it
Just
revealed what was underneath it, because it hasn't. You know, they didn't put a proper base down today.
No.
It's all just all of the crap from around whilst they were building, the stones, the bricks, the rocks. They've used that as a foundation. And you can see it.
So we're still kind of living with like a crap garden, aren't we?
Yeah, still. But they have promised they're gonna do something to it. They tried to reseed it, but it didn't really work.
Yeah. No, they just ended up putting like sand on the garden, and we were like, thanks, but we've now got a sand pit, like a really wet sand pit in the garden now. Cracks, anything in your skirting boards, radiators, light switches, electricity, anything like that that's not working, get it fixed.
The driveway as well, we're having a lot of trouble with it. They should be butted up a bit closer together, but they're not, so weeds and stuff are just coming through, and everybody seems to be having the same difficulty as well, so they need to sort that out on your list. So
guys, like I said, we just wanted to share with you what a snagging list is when buying your first property. It's a good thing to start a list as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah, they do put these buildings up as cheap as they can, don't they?
And quickly, I think, so you do sometimes get things that are missed, yeah. But we hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Do smash the like button and think about hitting the subscribe button so you can be notified when we next upload. But that is it for today, and we'll catch you in the next video very, very soon. Bye.